Okay, so hello everyone. This is part 4 of our JavaScript plus React.js playlist. Okay, so here we are learning basics of JavaScript, and that basics of JavaScript we will implement in React. Because once you are familiar with React, means if you are familiar with JavaScript once, means it will be easy for you to learn React. Okay, so that's the reason we will cover all the JavaScript from basic to advanced, and we will implement React projects as well. Right. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what are internal and external JavaScript, how to link external JavaScript with HTML, what is the best place, what is the best place, okay, to place external JavaScript file. Okay, so most of the time interviewer asks this kind of question: what is the best place to place external JavaScript file? Like generally where we place JavaScript file in body section. Okay, at the bottom of the body we place, but we will see in detail like why we cannot place the JavaScript file in head section, why we place body section, can we place in head section or not, we will discuss. After that, we will discuss about what are async and defer render blocking. Okay, what's the mean of this? We will understand in detail. This is also a question mostly interviewer asks. Okay, what's the difference between async and defer? Okay, so we are going to understand these concepts. So let's start with what is internal and external JavaScript. Okay, so what I will do. Okay, so now let's try to understand what are internal and external JavaScript. Okay, let's understand by code. Okay, so I'll go in this folder, and here is JavaScript and React folder. I'll create one more folder here, which is P4. Okay, and inside the P4 folder, I will write the JavaScript code. So how I will open this in VS Code? I will type here code. Okay, not code. I will write here CMD. Once you will write CMD, the command prompt will open. Now type here clear CLS. CLS means clear the command prompt. Now I will type here code dot. So once you write code dot, this location will, this P4 folder will open in VS Code. So let's press enter. Okay, so let me close this. Now what I will do, I'll create one HTML file, index.html. Right, now I will create one more file, index.js. Right, so inside the index.html, what I will do, I will create basic HTML template by pressing this exclamation sign and press tab. So automatically this template is coming. Okay, now what I will write, I will write one heading h1, welcome to JavaScript and React.js training. Right, okay, let me execute this code with live server, open with live server. So it will be open with live server. I will open it in Chrome browser actually. So I'll go here and I will search Chrome, and I will paste the path here. Right, so this output is coming. Now what I will do, okay, so now understand how we can write internal JavaScript. Internal JavaScript means you are writing JavaScript code inside the HTML file. So what you will do, generally we type what script tag. We use script tag, and inside the script tag we can write JavaScript code. So for example, I am writing here document dot write. So when I'm writing document dot write and hello from JS. Okay, so it will display hello from JS. This is what? This is the JavaScript code, and this is known as internal JavaScript. What we call it? Internal JavaScript. So see, hello from JS is coming, right? And if you want to write this code in h2 tag, so you can also write h2 tag here, right? So save it, and you can see this is coming in h2 tag, right? So this is what, this is how we write internal JavaScript. Suppose if I want to write external JavaScript, so what I will do, in order to write the external JavaScript, we will create a JavaScript file. Means we will write JavaScript code in separate file. We will write JavaScript code in separate file. So what's the name of the file? Index.js. .js represent what? JavaScript file. .js is extension of JavaScript file. So I'll go here and I will write code. So for example, what I'm writing here, I'm creating here one variable. I will tell you about what is variable and what are these things. I'm just showing you one example. Let a equals to 10, let b equals to 5. Okay, and I'm writing here console.log. Okay, and I'm writing here addition is, okay, addition is what? I will write here a plus b. Okay, so this is what external JavaScript file. So what we will do, we will link this external JavaScript with index.html. Okay, so how we can link our external JavaScript with HTML with the help of script tag. Okay, generally where we write script tag, we write in body section. So here I will type script. Okay, and inside the script, one attribute is there, src. Okay, inside the src, I will write the path of the index.js file. So dot slash dot means current location, and here also I have index.js. So this is how I link. So what I will do, if I will refresh, so I'm not getting anything because in JavaScript I'm displaying the output using console.log, and whatever route out, whatever message you are writing inside the console.log, it will display on console. So what does it mean? Console means you will right click and inspect. Okay, and here you will see one tab. What is the tab? Console tab. So here you can see the addition. What is the addition? Addition is 30. Okay, so this is how it is printing. It is printing JavaScript code as well. Okay, so we have seen. Okay, let me close this. So we have seen what is internal and external JavaScript file. Internal means we are writing JavaScript code directly in HTML file. External JavaScript file means we are creating a JavaScript file where we are writing JavaScript code separately, right? Now, how to link external JavaScript with HTML? This question we already have seen. How to link means we have linked. This is what external JavaScript file, and we have linked in HTML. Okay, we have linked the external JavaScript file. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what's the next question. Okay, next question is, what is the best place to place external JavaScript file? Right. So external JavaScript file means we are linking our external JavaScript file. So we are writing this tag, this script tag in body section. So if can we keep this? Can we place this script tag in head section? Can we place this script tag in head section? There will be any problem or not? So let's see. So let me refresh it and let me go to the inspect. Right click and go to the inspect and see. Go to the console and our output is coming. Okay, our output is coming perfectly. Means there is no problem. Okay, so our output is coming correctly. Now let's see. For example, if I create, okay, if I'm trying to fetch this element, h1 element, and I will try to change the color of this element. So what will happen? So let me fetch the element. Which element? H1 element from index.html. I will fetch H1 element from index.html. So what I will write, if you don't know how to fetch the element, so don't worry, just try to understand here. In upcoming videos, I will explain in detail DOM manipulation, like how we fetch the DOM and how we manipulate the DOM. So we will discuss in detail. Just see how to fetch means document dot query selector is there. Query selector. Okay, inside it, I will give single quote, and inside the single quote, I will write the element name, whatever element I want to fetch. So which element I want to fetch? I want to fetch H1 element. So I will write the H1 element name. Okay, after that, what I want to do? I want to change the color of this H1 element. So in order to change the color, what I will write? Dot style. Okay, dot style. And after that, I will write here color and equals to which color you want to give. Whatever color you want to give, you can give name. So let's see it is working or not. So if I'm refreshing it, it is showing error, but it is showing what? Addition is 30. But now it is showing error. It is not changing color when I'm writing this. It is not changing color, but it is showing error, uncatched type error. So why this error is coming? See, there is no problem in this line. At line number 6, there is no problem. It is error free line. Okay. See one thing. At line number 7, what I have? My script tag. I linked script. I linked my JavaScript file in head section. So if I will keep my JavaScript file in body section, okay, so what will happen? Let me save this. Now, see, our color is changing. Our H1 element color is changing, and there is no error, right? So what is the problem? What's the problem? See once again. If I'm writing this script file in head section, so error is coming, right? And color is also not changing. If I'm placing this file in JavaScript, then there is no error and color is also changing. So what is happening? So it means we cannot write our JavaScript script tag in head section, isn't it? Can't we write JavaScript tag in head section? No, it is not. We can write a script tag in JavaScript section as well. But in this case, what you have to use, see, write JavaScript tag and you have to write async. So when you write async, so what will happen? Error will not come. See, error is not coming. Suppose if you will delete the async from here, so what will happen? Error will come, right? So what you can write? Async, right? So now no error. Refresh. Okay, what is the mistake? Okay, okay. So see, sometime error is coming and sometime error is not coming. So sometime error is coming and I'm refreshing, so no error. If I'm refreshing again and again, okay. Sometimes see, sometime error is coming when you are refreshing. So sometime error is coming and sometime is not coming. So this is the problem with async. So if you want never problem, it should never show the problem. It should not show any problem. So what we will use? Differ. Okay, if you will use here differ, so no problem will come. Okay, not any problem will come. So what does that mean? What is the conclusion? If you want to keep your JavaScript file in head section, so use defer or async. But instead of using async, you can use defer. Okay, because with async, it is a possible to come error. Okay, with defer, there is complete guarantee to not get any error, right? Okay, so now let's see. So what is the best place to keep JavaScript file? So we can write JavaScript file in body section and we can write in script section. Both places we can write. See, what is the advantage to keep in head section? So see, whatever like files we write, whatever files we link, whatever external file we link, we should link inside the head section. Why? Because at the time of parsing the element, head section load first. The head section load first, right? So that's the reason our website will be little faster. So that's the reason. What is the recommendable way? The recommendable way is whenever you are writing external links, so keep the external links in head section, right? Okay. Now what are async and what are defer render blocking? So what does it mean? So let's try to understand here. So what happening? See, like without defer or async JavaScript in head. Suppose in head section, inside the head section, I'm writing JavaScript tag without defer. Okay, so what will happen? So what will happen? See, so start parsing HTML. So okay, so what will happen? It will start parsing our HTML element. Okay, from starting till here. Okay, after that, whenever it will reach at line number 7, it will fetch our JavaScript code. Okay, see here. So it is parsing our HTML element. When it will see the JavaScript link, so it will fetch JavaScript code. So see, it is at line number 7. We linked JavaScript file. So it will go into the JavaScript file and it will start fetching the JavaScript code. So A equals to 10, B equals to 20. That is correct. And in this line number 4, we are adding this. At line number 6, what we are doing? We are fetching H1 element. So see, now what is the problem here? What's the problem here? So when it is going to the when it is fetching and executing, see, fetching and executing both are happening same time. So when it is executing this line and it is fetching h1 element from the html, so h1 element is not there because this much code has been parsed yet. Okay, this much code has been parsed yet, okay, till head section. But when this body section will parse, then only h1 element will create, right? So according to the parsing, the code translated or parsed till here, and at this point, at till line number 7, there is no h1 element. So h1 element created at line number 10. But before reaching to the line number 10, at line number 7, it is moving to the index.js, and from here it is trying to access h1, but h1 has not created. Okay, it has not created yet. So that's the problem. It is showing error. See, when you check the output, it is saying error. Addition is 30, that is okay, it is printing. Addition is 30 means it is able to fetch a b and it's printing this, but it is not able to fetch h1 because it is currently, it is where it is at line number 7. So when it will reach line number 10, then only h1 element will create it. But before reaching the line number 10, it is asking at line number 7 only, it is asking what h1 element. That's the reason error is coming. Okay, so without defer or async, so what will happen? It will parsing the element, then whenever it will see JavaScript file, so it will fetch the JavaScript file and execute the JavaScript file, and it will resume parsing. Once it will done with JavaScript code, once it will done with JavaScript code, the flow will come here and it will start parsing these elements, the body elements, right? Remaining element. So this is how this parsing is done. It could be a little confusing, but this is very important topic. Okay, if you really want to get a job, so you should understand each and every topic in detail. You should not skip, right? Suppose without defer or async, okay, script in body. Suppose script in body, so what will happen? If without is, I'm not writing here, defer, I'm not writing here defer, I'm not writing here async, okay, whatever the spelling is, right? I'm not writing any attribute. So what I will do, I will just place this script tag in body section. So what will happen? Will error come or not? Will error come or not? See, it is parsing the html element. Our browser is parsing, okay, our html element. So it is parsed till yet, till here, okay. Now it will fetch the JavaScript file. So at the time of fetching JavaScript file, it will create a variable, it will create b variable, and it will print this. Now it will fetch h1. So h1 is already passed. H1 is already passed. So it can fetch h1. It can fetch h1 because h1 element has generated, right? So it can fetch h1 and it can change the color of h1. So there is no problem in this case. So see, refresh and there is no problem and color is also changing, right? So this is what, so what will happen? It will parse entire HTML file, and at the end of the body, before end of the body, it will fetch JavaScript file. It is fetching JavaScript file here before end of the body, right? And it will execute JavaScript after parsing all the elements of HTML. Now see one more thing. With async, script in head, script in what? Head. So this is my script JavaScript, okay, and it is in which section? Head section, right? It is in head section. Now see what I'm typing here, okay, with async. So I will type here async, okay, with async. So what will happen with async? If we are writing script tag in head section and we are writing attribute code async, so what will happen? Okay, so how parsing will happen? So it will start parsing HTML element. Means what happening here? It is parsing or translating our HTML elements. Okay, so it is parsing. So when it will reach to the line number 8, okay, it will fetch JavaScript file. See, when it will reach to the line number 8, so it will fetch the JavaScript file. Okay, and when it will execute the JavaScript file, so what will happen? It will wait. Okay, so what is happening? It is parsing HTML element, and while parsing the HTML element, it is fetching the code. Okay, it is not stopping. In the first case, what was happening here? It is parsing, and at the time of fetching, right? Parsing stop. Okay, parsing stop at the time of fetching JavaScript file. But here in this case, when we are using async, parsing and fetching is is happening continuously. Both are working continuously, fetching and parsing. Right? So what happening here? It is parsing and it is fetching at the same time. It is parsing and fetching at the same time. Right? At the time of execution, it is waiting. Okay, so what is happening? So see, this is starting parsing HTML element, and it is also fetching this element. So when it will come to here, it will it will fetch other elements as well. It will generate this H1 element because parsing is not stopping. Parsing means translating, we can say, elements of HTML. So parsing is not stopping. Parsing is stopping when execution is happening. But at the time of fetching, there is no pause. Okay. So it will generate H1 element. Right? It will also generate H1 element. So H1 as element is generated means at the time of execution, it will able to fetch H1 element because parsing is done with fetch. Fetch and parsing both done simultaneously. So means parsing is done means this parsing done means this H1 element also created, right? Okay, so parsing and fetching is done. At the time of execution, it will wait and the remaining parsing will continue. Means what happens when you write async. So sometime it can show the error and sometime it cannot show the error. So see here, now it is showing error, but when you refresh it, again refresh, so now it is not showing. But sometime it is showing and sometime it is not showing. Okay, see, when I refresh, now it is showing and it is not showing. Why? Because parsing and fetching is going simultaneously, but at the time of execution, if it is parsed at the time of fetching, if h1 element is passed, okay, at the time of fetching, if h1 element is also translated, means what will happen? No error. At the time of parsing, h1 element is not created means error will come. Okay, so at the time of fetching, if h1 element is created, then no error. And at the time of fetching, h1 element is not created means error will come. See, when it will execute and h1 element is not there, then it will show the error. Okay, so see, here error is coming. Why? Because at the time of parsing, h1 element has not created. Right. So see, and what is another? Another is differ. Okay, so here how a page loads a script with differ put in the head tag. Okay, so with differ script in head. So script is already in head section. We will write this script with differ. So when you are writing a script with differ, so what will happen? What will happen? See. So when you are writing differ in head section with script tag, so what happening? It is fetching all the HTML elements at the time of at the time. See, it is parsing all the HTML element and same time it is fetching elements also. Right? But what happening here? It is parsing some h1 elements at the time of fetching. Okay, but here it is parsing all the HTML elements and somewhere starting it is fetching also JavaScript files. Okay, once parsing is completed, then only it will execute the file. So see, it is started parsing our HTML element. Okay, it will fetch the it will fetch the index.js as well, but it will not execute it. It will not execute it. Okay, it will continue fetching. It will parsing these elements also. Once all the it will done with all the elements, means parsing is done with all the elements. Okay, means still here parsing is done. Then what will happen? What will happen? Then only execution will start. Now the execution of index.js will start. So see, it will create variable a b and it will print addition. Okay, and it will, what it will do, it will fetch h1 element. So parsing is done, means complete parsing is done, means h1 element is created. H1 element is created, right? So it can easily, okay, means it can easily fetch h1 element and it can change the color. Why? Because h1 element is created. H1 element is created by, because all the parsing is completed. Okay, at the time of execution, it will get h1 tag. See, it is parsing all the h1 elements, okay, and fetching also, but it will be ready to execute when all the parsing will done. Right? So when you will, so what's the difference between async and defer? So it allow parsing and fetching. It allow parsing and fetching. Async allow partially parsing and fetching, but defer allow complete parsing and fetching. And later it will execute the script. Okay, here in between script executed. Okay, but here in last, with the help of defer, it will execute script code in last. As you can see here, defer means it is parsing all the elements. At the last, it is executing what script code. But with the help with async, what happening? It is parsing, also fetching, and also executing in between. It is not executing in last. What happening? If it will execute the code in between, suppose this much element has been passed, this one element has been passed, and this element is not passed. So at the time of execution, it will not get h1 element. Because why? Because it is not passed. H1 element is not passed, right? So that's the reason we use differ. Okay, differs delay our execution. Okay, differ delay our execution, and it tells to the JavaScript execute the, like it tells to the V8 engine. If you are using Chrome, so Chrome has V8 engine which execute our JavaScript file. So it tells to the Chrome V8 engine execute this JavaScript file after parsing, right? Execute the JavaScript file after parsing, right? So I hope you are understanding the difference between, okay, rendering with async and differ. Okay, what's the difference between async and differ? You can easily understand. Okay, so what is the best place to keep our JavaScript file? JavaScript tag, where we can keep our JavaScript link or JavaScript tag. We can, we should, we should keep our JavaScript file, external JavaScript file link in head section. Okay, so at the time of parsing or at the time of loading the page, the head section load first. So it will fetch your it will fetch your JavaScript elements. Okay, so what should be the correct place to place JavaScript link, or we can say JavaScript external file. So we can keep the JavaScript tag in head section. With defer, we can keep our JavaScript tag in head section. Why? Because at the time of loading, it will enhance the speed of our website. Okay, because head section load first, and at the time of loading, it will fetch our JavaScript file, right? So I hope you are understanding the meaning of these questions. What is internal and external JavaScript file? Internal means writing JavaScript code within HTML file, and external means create separate file for JavaScript. How to link external JavaScript with HTML with the help of script tag. Okay, what is the place to place external JavaScript file? So basically, we can place our script JavaScript tag in head section and body section as well. But the best place is head section with defer symbol. Okay, with defer, right? What are async and defer render blocking. So render blocking means it stop parsing. It stop parsing at the time of executing the JavaScript, and it does not stop parsing. It parse all the JavaScript elements, then it will start executing. Means it delay the JavaScript execution. Right? What is the difference between async and defer? So async and defer, as we already spoke. Okay, so async means parse fetching and parsing will happen simultaneously, and at the time of execution it will hold the parsing, but defer will not hold the parsing. It holds the execution of JavaScript. So it start execution of JavaScript at the end of the parsing. So I hope you're understanding this question. This question is really important for interview point of view as well. So please try to understand this, try to understand defer. With example you can do, you can write the code and practically you can understand. While listening this video, you cannot understand much, but when you start practicing by yourself, then you will get a clear-cut idea. All right. So thank you everyone for watching this video.